I can give you lists and lists of examples of where we have ferreted out billions of dollars being poured down rat holes in the federal government. So you can imagine my concern when I hear that the White House is telling executive agencies to not respond to ranking members' requests for information. So we ask that question of all of you. And we ask do you agree without reservation to reply to any reasonable request for information from a ranking member of a duly constituted committee of Congress? Mr. Long, you said yes?
Yes.
Unequivocally, thank you for that answer. Mr. Vogt, you said subject to the discretion of the director and advice of legal counsel. Do you agree, as a lawyer, do you agree with legal counsel's decision that just because I'm a Democrat, I'm not entitled to information that allows me to do oversight as a member of the United States Senate and as the ranking member of the Government Oversight Committee?
Thank you, Senator. I have not actually read the OLC's opinion on that, but as an administration, it is controlling right now in terms of the guidance that has been given out as to how the agency should respond to oversight requests and having them go through the chairman and to have the oversight process flow that direction.
Are you ever aware in the history of the Senate that there has been an administration that has said we will not provide information to the ranking member of the Committee on Government Oversight? Are you aware of that ever occurring before? Did you ever work for a senator that was in the minority?
I did work for a senator.
And do you think that senator would have taken that sitting down? If an administration said, I'm sorry, you can't request information from the government to find waste, fraud, and abuse if you're a Democrat or if you're in the minority?
Senator, I look forward to working with you in a transparent manner, looking forward to working with you in ferreting out waste, fraud, and abuse in terms of formal communications that are sent to the administration. I'm merely reflecting the administration's policy in regard to the OLC opinion.
Well, we've had one nominee say yes unequivocally. I've had the Secretary of Homeland Security say yes on the record unequivocally in this committee hearing, and to me personally, and his rank, frankly, is higher than yours. So if you can't give me a straight answer, do you think, let me ask you this, do you think it's right that an administration would say that the ranking member of the Oversight Committee in the United States Senate is not entitled to oversight? Do you think that's a correct decision?
Senator, I think the rule of law is important, and if OLC
Do you think it's the rule of law?
OLC has an opinion, Senator, in which it has put forth a position for this administration as it pertains to responding to oversight requests, and that is merely what I'm responding to.
Okay, well, we have a huge problem. If you can't even say out loud, even though the Secretary of Homeland Security has unequivocally said, absolutely, we'll get you information, and does so on a regular basis. We have a huge problem if you can't even say whether you think it's right or wrong. You can't say whether you think it's right or wrong?
Senator, again, I have said I'm looking forward to, if the Senate confirms me, to working with this committee in an open and transparent way. Again, I'm also reflecting the fact that this administration is under a OLC opinion that has instructed the agencies on how best to engage with formal oversight requests from the various committees.
Well, the people that elected me did not send me here to take that answer lying down. And I got to tell you, I will punch above my weight on this. If this administration thinks they're going to withhold important government information from the ranking member of the Oversight Committee of Government because they want to make sure we never find out anything. I mean, by the way, I did oversight in the Bush administration, and I think the chairman will back me up. I know Senator Portman will back me up. I did aggressive oversight of the Obama administration. The notion that we're going to our partisan corners on oversight is disgusting. So I'm disappointed with your answer. And let me ask you, Ms. Rao, how do you feel about providing information to the ranking member of the Oversight Committee of the United States Senate?
Well, Senator McCaskill, if confirmed, I would do my best to provide information. The Office of Legal Counsel memorandum that was spoken about, I think, speaks to whether there is a requirement to do that, but it leaves discretion within agencies, and I'm committed to working with this committee on their requests.
Well, I would love your analysis as somebody who has spent a great deal of time with the law as to the underlying legal basis for that opinion. I think it's hogwash. I've looked at it. It's just trying to shut off information to people who want to find problems. Welcome to the big leagues, the administration. This is what happens. You get oversight. It is the function of the Congress to do oversight. So I'm hopeful that, you know, so far I have not, we've had a few problems, but not to the extent many of my colleagues have on other committees. And it would be really bold for this administration to cut off information to this committee, no matter whether it's a Republican or a Democrat. So hopefully, I know I'm out of time. I didn't expect that to take as long as it did, but I will come back to ask you about FEMA and the budget cuts, and then some more questions for you, Mr. Vogt, about the budget. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.